This one caused a lot of stir in my own house. It is an Am I the Asshole prompt, which has been the topic of conversation online for the last couple of days. And the reason we're doing this is because, unlike most Am I the Asshole prompts, this one is a little closer. All right, so let me read this one to you. Am I the asshole for being honest with my girlfriend when she asked a question about the birthday cake she made me? I, 34M, had a birthday just yesterday, and my girlfriend, 36F, offered to bake me a cake. I told her I would prefer a chocolate cake with chocolate icing and nothing fancy. She's a great baker, and I guess she thought that wasn't sophisticated enough or something. She baked me a chocolate cake with vanilla icing between the 2 layers of cake, then surrounded in chocolate frosting. The cake was fine, but I was disappointed because it was not what I wanted. She must have noticed and asked me if I was disappointed, so I was honest with her. Yes, I was. It wasn't the cake I asked for. I said if I wanted vanilla in the cake, I would have asked for it. I didn't make a scene. I didn't pout. I even ate half of a slice, the chocolate part. She got upset with me and said, I've made vanilla cake before and you liked it. I pointed out I don't mind vanilla icing, but it's not what I wanted for my birthday. Her feelings were hurt, and she even pulled I'm not going to make you any cake next year, which I replied with, I will order my own, and then I can get my money back if they don't do it like I want it. Apparently, that was the last straw. She asked me to leave, later texted me that I embarrassed her in front of the kids, and now she won't reply to my messages. I think birthdays are important things, and I feel like I was honest with her when she asked me. I didn't want to lie about it. My friend told me I should have been grateful she made me a cake at all, especially one that I've eaten and liked in the past. Maybe I overreacted a bit, though I don't feel like I did, and I hope to get a second opinion. Am I the asshole here? I am going to say no. I think that he's right. Okay, let me rephrase this. He was an asshole insofar as he said, I'll order my own and get my money back if they don't do it like I want it. That is a ridiculous thing to say. You should not be saying that to someone that you love. But outside of that, I think he's not wrong. Yeah, then importantly, as soon as I told this to Jillian, she immediately said, oh no, he is 100% not in the wrong. She is fervently in his corner. Hello, peeps.
All right, you ready for my and my wife's based opinion on this?
Yes.
You are correct.
So let me be clear. When I first introduced this I was hanging out with Spencer and Jillian. I introduced it to them. They both said the man is in the right before I disclosed my position. And they were really in his corner. I'm kind of in his corner. I think he's a jerk, and I think he was mean to her for no reason.
Yeah, the additional comment there, that was a bit much.
And sometimes on Am I the Asshole, you can kind of get a peek into the lives of these people. Am I the asshole for being honest with my girlfriend? No, that's not what the problem here is. But I think that if you ask someone for something specific and they make something different and then they get upset, then that's on them.
Yeah, and it's the thing is, I'm not even saying that she was frequently when people have this discussion, a lot of people think, am I the asshole and is the other person in the wrong? People have a discussion of who's in the wrong here, right? And that's just not a really good way to look at relationship conflict in the first place.
Yeah, but it doesn't mesh with the Updoots program.
That's true. So, I think in a relationship, the thing you want to strive for is being as communicative of your feelings as you can possibly be, right?
Yeah.
I've done things that made my wife upset, or have done things that she didn't specifically ask for, and I've been like, oh, well, I'm not like, oh, how dare you? I did this nice thing, and it's yeah, but it's not what I wanted. It's not what I asked you to do, right? And in this case, it's yeah, it's about a cake, but this can be being you want to communicate how you feel, and it's okay, well, if you didn't do what I asked you to do, or I didn't ask for this, right? Then I don't know. It's very natural to be okay, this is, I would have preferred this because it's what I asked for. And then as the other person, it's oh, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry about that. I should have, I can understand why you're disappointed. I don't know. Thinking about this, it's people, it's easy to be like, oh, well, this is a cake, you know, he shouldn't have been that mad. It's a cake. She should have been grateful, you know. But it's like, well, yeah, I guess, but like
No,
specifically, I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna do this for chat because I feel like a lot
Okay.
of chat has a problem. Chat, you are entitled to things that you like. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you a baby. You are entitled to get things that you like. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Especially if the person giving them to you is someone you intend to spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah.
The thing you gotta
Yeah.
the way
My wife-
Jillian was talking to me about it is she was like, and I've seen it happen in front of me, there are hundreds of times where a family member will be like, I'm gonna do this for you, and she says, oh, I don't want you to, I would like X done a very specific way, you know, I want a very specific thing. And they go,
Right.
no, I'm gonna do it for you anyway. They do it, and then she doesn't like it, and they go, why are you upset? And she'll go, well, it's not done the way that I
Yeah.
wanted. And they go, why are you not being grateful? And then it becomes a like, it's not a thing they are doing for you. It's a thing that they are doing for you to validate them.
Yes.
And
boom, bada boom. That's exactly right.
and it's like,
that is exactly right.
I just like, and it's like, why aren't you happy that I like, if you go to fucking Burger King and they put pickles on your burger and you said no pickles, like, you'll be kind of pissed about it, right? You probably won't make a scene. And this guy was like, I didn't make a scene. It's a similar type of thing. The difference is, you know, it's someone you care about. So everyone's like, oh, you know, give her a break. It's someone you care about, right? But like, if it's someone you really care about, you would think that they would listen when you said no pickle.
That's the other thing. Yeah, it's also about listening too. And like, I don't know, that's, you should have listened when your partner requested what they like. You want to validate your partner's like wants and, you know, requests, and like show that you have the capacity to actively listen to them. Do you want to weigh in on this, Mariah? What's it?
Yeah, I feel like it's about making them feel heard,
Yes.
right?
See,
We all want.
I've even got my wife's perspective on this chat. So
This is
my wife is always right, therefore I'm right.
this is
'Cause
the
we
other
agree.
thing. I will if you have a girlfriend and you like doing things for her, I like doing things for my girlfriend. Then you may be, especially early in your relationship, you may think when she says something like I want X, what she means is I want X, but also like I want it like super fancy and all this extra shit too. And they don't.
Yeah.
They want X. I've done a lot of things like that where I'm like, I'm gonna go above and beyond, and then they're like, oh well, I did not want that.
Especially
Yeah.
if you know someone that knows how to communicate.
Yeah.
Like, no one that's like playing games.
Right. The thing is, this is all about communication is the biggest thing. And that's why, you know, you'll hear a lot of, this is the last thing I'll say before I'll let you get back to stream. Welcome to Relationship Advice Hour with Peeps, who's only had one marriage. So, you know, that this
so
is good,
far.
right?
You know,
Yeah,
anything could happen.
So far, no. So it frequently relationships will end, and the reason people will say is because like, oh, we just didn't communicate, or the communication was bad. You know, the two partners didn't know how to communicate with each other. That's very frequently a thing that couples go to couples therapy for. As a matter of fact, like couples therapy skills, a lot of it is helping each other learn how to actually communicate. And I know it sounds a little bit ridiculous to get this big of a point out of a discrepancy about cake, but the cake is a microcosm of a bigger problem, right? One person in the relationship requested a thing, and the other person made something else. It seems like they didn't listen, so they didn't value what they wanted, right?
Yeah.
And you know, you can, you know, as chat, you can be like, "Oh, I would have liked that cake," but like, think about it in terms of a long-term relationship, right? You want to show your partner you value them and you want to listen to them, and then feels like that this other person just didn't listen. So there you go. That's my relationship advice.
And I will say when I read this, I was like, I thought it was really close. So I was like, I don't want to misrepresent this. So I showed Jillian and Spencer the thing afterwards. Jillian pointed out in this one how this interaction went down, which was she made this guy leave his own birthday and then texted and said, "You embarrassed me in front of my kids." And it's like, no, dude, you did that. You kicked this guy out of his own birthday and then you were like, and probably the kids were then like, where is he going? Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I feel like that's kind of on you, right?
Yeah. No, I would agree.
I do get a lot of people are like, if you care this much about birthdays, you're a baby. If you care this much about a third strip of icing in your already chocolate on chocolate cake, you're a baby. I think this is just about hoping that the person you intend to spend the rest of your life with listens to you. And I think that you are allowed to be a little birthday boy on your birthday and a little bit of a brat. Unfortunately, I also think that like the guy is a jerk. I think he sucks.
Yeah, that the comments he made at the end were not good. But if it would have stopped like there, like if he didn't like, you know, if he says basically if it doesn't escalate to the point where he makes a snooty snide comment, then like he would have been in the right. But he's like, again, it's not about who's in the right and who's in the wrong, even though it's framed that way. Chat, look, I'm sorry. If you think it's juvenile to care that much about your birthdays or to have a partner care that much about their birthday, or if you think it's juvenile that you did something that your partner did not ask for, you're going to have some relationship trouble and you're going to learn why we're saying what we're saying.
Jillian, I will say, if I make a dish that she usually likes with like something new in it that I think she will like, occasionally she will just not eat it. Even if it's something that she likes in other dishes. And originally I was like the wife here. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then I was like, no, she likes what she likes. She's got food sensitivities about certain things and not about others. And, you know, I don't, you know, how hard is it for me to just accommodate that?
Yeah, right. I don't know. There's a lot that can be said about this. I think this is super interesting. But anyway, I gotta help
the other thing I will say is I think it's
I gotta maintain my relationship by helping my wife do the dishes.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I will say I think both of these people are assholes, and I think it's close.
Yeah. It's close.
We should have done a vote beforehand. You're right.
I can see both sides of this, much like you can with any. That's why I'm saying that like it's hard to frame this as which one's right, which one's wrong.
You know what I think it is?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it has a lot to do with what your lived experience is. Because I know a lot of people with like narcissistic family members who have been like, why can't you be happy I did this for you? And like, this is just one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if that's not what you've experienced, it's really easy to be like, oh, it's just an honest mistake. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
In general, posting it to Reddit is bad, and so as a result, everyone involved will go to hell when they die.
Yeah. You caught yourself there. All right.
I'm not getting subtweeted again, baby.
Yeah. That'll happen to me at some point. Anyway, all right. Enjoy your stream.
Yeah. Bye. This one's, again, I think both of them are assholes. For sure. This is I think the actual response, which is, oh God, it's now been deleted. It says he's not wrong because why would she do that for no reason? What was the point of asking what he wanted if she was just going to do something else? And the question is like, well, what's the downside? It's like you still have a cake, and it's like, yeah, but why did she do that? He liked the cake before? No. That's not what he said. Here, I've made you vanilla cake before and you liked it. But this wasn't a vanilla cake. It was a chocolate cake. She's like, you like the concept of vanilla. It's weird. Oh, I'm happy to announce it wasn't a deleted tweet. It has just stopped working for me again. Awesome. Well, good. I have the other ones already loaded up, so we're fine. Dude is right, but he said a shitty thing at the end. No, he said a shitty thing at the end. The title is shitty. So I think that he is an asshole and a jerk, but I don't think he is the only person in the wrong here. We gotta make a movie out of this for sure. Let me see where the Reddit thread ended up. Okay, I've found the Reddit thread. 10K upvotes. That's how you know it's good. Did you actually fumble a relationship over vanilla frosting? You are the asshole. 1, amazing. It's wild, right? Just took a flamethrower to it. But I also really want to know why she made this cake after he told her the exact cake he wanted. What was the thought process here? That's legitimately like, that's where I am. I'm like, but why? Oh, damn it. This one got deleted. A lot of people in here are saying he's the asshole, and that means that all of you are Redditors, and I'm not. That means you're little Reddit babies. You all are little Redditors, and I'm not. Oh, fantastic. This is insane for sure. He definitely should not have said this. He's out of his fucking mind. Right? It was a gift baked out of love. But that's the thing, is I feel like if that's the case, why wouldn't she just bake the cake that he wanted? I don't get. Then that's the confounding principle of all of this is, why did she make a different cake? What's going on? Info. How many cakes have you baked for your GF? Okay. All right. Some people are good at different things, okay? Maybe he's not good at baking cakes, but maybe he's really good at remembering all the Rick and Morty lore, okay? Maybe he wasn't honest about what he said. Oh yeah, maybe instead of what he said, he just beat the fuck out of her. And maybe I'm wrong for that reason. And maybe the sun will explode tomorrow. Do you hear yourself? We're talking about what we've got. You people. It was a chocolate cake with chocolate frosting. She put a thin layer of vanilla frosting inside. Why are they adding thin layer? No one told you the layer was thin. You got the thinnest layer being vanilla. How do you know that? These people. Last time I checked, she's not a waitress taking your order. Okay, but then why would she ask? Maybe I've been ruined because Jillian does this kind of thing. Where, like, if she wants something a very particular way, she'll say it. But it's not hard to accommodate. Jesus Christ, it was mostly chocolate. Stop being a fucking baby. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, if you've had, like, relatives or something who will do something just a little wrong, and then they'll go, why can't you be happy for me about the fact that I did this? You know exactly what this response is like. You stated a preference, not a specific request. No! That's not what happened! If you wanted something specific, say, I want this. That's what he did! What is going on here? I'm happy on this day I side against Reddit, and all of you sided with Reddit. Point of order, chocolate icing sucks. We all know chocolate icing sucks, all right? That's a different conversation. I'm scrolling down until I see someone. Here we go. When you're in a relationship, part of being in a relationship is listening to each other. She asked him what he wanted. He communicated that. Then she decided to do something else. If the roles were reversed, people would be so angry with the man who did not listen to his partner. Don't ask what someone wants and then do something different. But then you also shouldn't say that last thing. Like I said, everyone in this hypothetical is going to hell when they die. That's just how it works. That's the price you pay for posting on Am I the Asshole?